Hi, welcome to Back to School Night 2020. This is our distance learning Back to School Night. I'm Julie Bassler, and this year I'm teaching Math B Honors and Math 1 Honors. There's my email right there. And of course, if at any time throughout this whole school year you need to reach out to me, just email me. I'm very responsive. I want to start just with a quick introduction. This is my 30th year of teaching math. 26 years at Oakcrest, just because it's a great place to be for both students and teachers. I do have a family. I have three boys. Two of them are grown up and out of the house and in the working world. And one who's 19 is at the University of Utah, and he is there right now, distance learning, mostly through the computer. I do have a bachelor's of science in mathematics from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. I have a master's degree in education. And this is my fourth year of a digital pilot with math, which means about 4 years ago, I began a classroom with touchscreen Chromebooks in them. So students were using Google Classroom already in my class. They were using the Desmos program, which I'm still using now with this distance learning. So it has helped me that I learned a lot of these tools 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And I'm still learning a lot now, but it did help with the transition to digital learning. So I have a few things before I dive into this math instruction. I want to share with you that I am really impressed with how your kids have adapted to learning math from a distance. And I want to thank you for making that happen. I see a lot of engagement from students. They are reaching out via email and posts, asking questions. So far, I feel like we're having about as much success as I possibly think we could have at this point, and I can only imagine getting smoother. I also want you to know that I am committed to teach this math honors curriculum at the same pace and rigor that I have the last 6 years that I've been teaching this class. It's important that these students are ready for next year when they enter their high school classes. I want them to be ready for that level of instruction. So I am going to keep up the pace and the rigor, and I have been doing that so far. Also, it's really important that you know that I want all students to experience success in a math class. And that means that I need to make sure that kids are placed in the right math class where they can be appropriately challenged, but not overwhelmed. So if you have questions about placement, is this the right math class for your child? Please email me, and I'm happy to call you and we can have a discussion regarding that concern. All right, so here is the distance learning math instruction. A typical day, although every day is slightly different. I will be answering all homework questions in class. So if they are doing their homework and they're stuck on a problem and they see the key, but they can't get that, the next day I am there to answer homework questions during class time. I will deliver through the live meet the lessons through a Desmos program with a math notebook, or a Google form with a math notebook, or a screencast videos with a math notebook. So they are actively in these programs like Desmos, and Desmos will say, in your notebook, solve this equation. So it makes them write it in their notebook and write it in, write their solution in the notebook so that they have something tangible to look at when they're doing their homework. Also, if there's extra time at the end, I will give them time to work on homework, but so far we have really used all the 80 minutes of every class for the lesson instruction. Homework this year is worth 40% of the grade. That's more than in past years because of this distance learning. Almost all schools, math teachers have changed their percentages. So homework's worth 40%. You can read down here, and I know you read my policy sheet, but just know that I am really looking at the kids' homework. I'm grading it, I'm looking at it, and I'm scoring it. If I do give them a score of half credit, Partial credit, I always post a note in the Google Classroom why, because I want them to learn from that mistake. If they didn't correct it and I see 5 answers are wrong, I'm going to give them partial credit, and I'm going to explain why in the Google Classroom. I think more importantly than ever, me grading their homework and giving them feedback is crucial during this distance learning. Module assessments then are going to be worth 60 points. There's going to be quizzes in different formats. The tests I'm going to probably do mostly through GoFormative or an Elluminate or a Google Form. It doesn't matter how I give these tests. I am going to require that the students show work. They might have to submit the work through the Google Classroom post, or on the GoFormative, they show their work right in that forum. So it's not going to just be multiple choice, here you go. They are going to still have to show me that their work leads to their answers. For extra help, there are student support hours from 1:50 to 3. They can always email me. They can post me a note through the Google Classroom. I get alerts on my phone for both of those. And I'm available and sitting at my computer during those times. There will be live support meets starting this week that we're in. Math B Honors. It will be on Tuesdays from 1:45 to 2:15, or if it has to go longer, that's fine with me. The code is Math BH Help. And for Math 1 Honors, it will be on Thursdays from 1:45 to 2:15. And those meets are for content help. So help with the actual homework or the lessons. It's not time where they can talk to me about something in Aries that's wrong. They can email me those kind of issues, but it's more content help so that I'm reaching and getting as much help on problems as I possibly can during that time. So mainly ask through email or a post, and I will find time to help. So again, thank you for supporting your kids, and know that I am doing everything on my end to make this an experience that they enjoy, and also that they really learn. The math, we are still going to work hard math as we always did, and I'm here to help along the way, whether it's digitally or in school. So thank you for supporting your kids, and I hope you have a wonderful school year, and I hope someday we're back. I can see all their faces live. All right, thank you very much. Have a good evening.